feel about selfies? This is indeed the era of selfies. You know, when you kind of hashtag selfie or hashtag me, you know, to define a moment when you're taking a picture of yourself for no apparent reason and you kind of just post it. Well, because of smartphones, you know, Androids and iPhones and all of the technology today, it is very easy for a person to become their own photographer, their own paparazzi, their own fan base, their own audience, their own cheerleader, and just quickly take a picture of self and post it. It's very easy to do that, you see. And so, on one side, there's the question, are we dealing with a world full of narcissists, those who are self-absorbed? And the other side is, are we just being self-explorative? You know, are we just really being creative and using technology to express ourselves in a creative manner, you know? What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? I've heard so much. I had a discussion today that I posted on social network to kind of get a feel for the perception of others. Although personally, as for me, I don't care what others think. I'm going to do me. And doing me means that I will use social media, social network, to network and to connect and to keep the fact that I am an empowerment personality and I use the network to connect with people and offer my products and services, you see. For me, it is a marketing tool. And if it's not a marketing tool for the next person, it doesn't mean that it's wrong or it should be a mark of insecurity or narcissism, or that it should be a mark of the need for validation, or, you know, just see me, look at me, a person that's desperate for attention. So I was in a discussion with two people, these individuals, and I said, well, tell me what you think. Do you think when I post a selfie that I'm seeking attention? And they both said yes. And the truth is, yes, I am seeking attention. But what kind of attention? And that's what makes the difference. You know, it's kind of wrong to assume that everyone can fit in the same category as to why they are doing what they do media-wise. But I will tell you this. If you are in business as a model, as an actor, as a singer, as a writer, as an athlete, or any public figure or public entity, you have to understand the power of the brand. And branding yourself means connecting connecting your audience with your image and what you represent and what you have to offer. Your brand. You understand? And the best way to drive a brand is to develop a brand and to continually flood it into the media, you understand, or through social networks, so that people constantly are reminded of who you are and what you do, who you are and what you do, who you are and what you offer, who you are and how they can benefit from you, who you are and how you can get them to the next level. It was cute though, when one person said something like, you know, it seems that people are in this look at me phase, look at me zone. I'm doing it, I'm balling, I'm just like the celebrities, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And, you know, there are all kinds in this world. There are people who practice religion because they love the Lord. Some practice because they want to be a part of a community of people who think alike or believe alike. Some people want to feel a part of, they want to fit in, they want to be accepted. You know, some people go there, you know, just for, you know, positioning. So the motive behind what people do will always shift and change and be very different and individual. And it's really hard to just put a blanket over the whole thing and say, if you take selfie after selfie after selfie, you are a person that just is desperate for attention and blah, blah, blah. No. When I put something out there, I want your attention. I am trying to get your attention. And if I get your attention, then I have accomplished something. But if it leads to nothing, then I might want to really think about the manner in which I am presenting my product or service or my message or my brand. You see, if you're throwing that hook out there and you're not catching any fish, then you just need to rethink your approach to the way that you're doing it. Why are we taking selfies? What is your reason for taking the selfie? Do you just want to share the moment, the mood, the element that you're in? Do you want to brag and say, look at me and look at how I'm living, look at my house, look at my car, I'm balling? Do you want to just, be an open diary, a photo diary for someone so that they can pierce into your life and see how you're doing? I mean, as for me, I really enjoy being able to connect with people and put a face with the words and the image and put it all together and see exactly how things are. I'm visual like that. Some people aren't visual. Some people don't learn well visually while others do. Some people want just the information and others want the visual aid. Some people want, chunks of information. Some people want the whole story. So everybody learns differently. Everyone has different palate pleasure, different tastes, and life is different for all people. But think about the way that you're presenting what you're presenting and make it make sense so that people get it. If your selfie is just because you're having fun, then clearly they can see you're having fun and you're entitled. But if you're overdosing on just because selfies, know that you'll be a target for perception, misperception, whatever, and then you don't always have to care about what other people think. And you should be able to be free to do whatever you want to do. After all, it's your page. It's your account. You can do with it whatever you desire. But I'd love to hear back from you, to hear what you have to say about the era of the selfies and how you interpret what you see. Case in point, another thing that came in this discussion was just posting in general. Let's take Facebook. And some of the most annoying behaviors are things like brushing my teeth. I'm bored, that's all. About to make a phone call. Running for coffee. Good night. I say good night because I said good night, and then I got called on that one. Good night. What's that? Well, I'm saying good night to my network of associates, my family and friends that I'm connected with via the internet. And I'm so glad that I'm empowered by the internet to connect in such a broad way. That's where it is for me. That's where I'm at with it. But, what if these platforms only allowed you to do maybe 4 or 5 or 6 posts per day? There was a max on it. Would you really waste your 1 of 6 or your 4th of 6 to say something random like, I just brushed my hair, I'm about to watch Scandal? No, you wouldn't. You would be more careful and thoughtful about what you were presenting and sharing, because you would know that whatever it is, it has to make an impact. So, with that said, let me just wind it all up to say this. Whatever you do on social network, on the World Wide Web, is accessible by anyone at any given time. So you might want to put yourself in an imaginary maximum so that you can begin to develop content that is sure to represent you in a clear and concise manner, so that it is not misinterpreted and misunderstood, and it doesn't pose a threat for your life professionally or personally. You wouldn't want someone to read into it wrong. At the end of the day, it is your page and your account, and you can do what you want with it. But as a career blazer, perhaps, or as an artist, trying to get somewhere, you got to remember that everybody can access it at any given time, and whatever you put out there, make sure it is the best representation of you. Make sure of that. And, sometimes we have to go back and clean out our office desk, and clean out our files and make sure that everything is intact, and what we don't need, whatever has expired or is outdated, we get rid of it. Maybe sometimes you need to do that same clean sweep for social network, because we always grow and evolve and get better and stronger and clearer ideas of who we are, who we're becoming as we blossom in our role as a personal or professional individual. And so with that said, as you grow, you might look back and say, I don't think this is a good representation of who I am and where I'm going and what I have to offer, and so I think I can chuck it. So I think that maybe now's a good time to do a clean sweep and make sure that you leave only there what best represents you. In the meantime, enjoy your world of selfies and realize that we're all different. Some people wear makeup, some don't. As for me in my house, I'm going to beat this face. Some people are real plain Janes and plain Bobs, while others are like really dramatic Jessies and really hot Josephs. You know what I'm saying? So you have to do what works for you, and don't apologize for it, because some people think when you don't wear makeup, like, are you depressed, are you okay, do you even care about your appearance? And when you wear it, some people think, why are you always over the top? Can't you relax? Do you not like yourself? So there are those who are pessimistic and optimistic, those are negative and positive, those who are very judgmental, and some are very free-spirited. So depending upon what kind of personality type you're dealing with, you're going to be dealing with that personality type, and you can't allow that to derail your whole vision, man. Do you, and don't apologize. But listen to perception and be open and consider, so that you make sure that you're not doing anything that's going to be detrimental to your personal and professional development. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You growing and trying to have as little bumps and bruises as possible and keep your machine chucking. You know what I'm saying? I'm Sonia Ward, also known as Miracles Now, also known as Harmony Success, also known as Rue, short for Ruby. Whatever you want to call me, it's cool. But know that whatever I do, I already feel good about it. I have gone back and removed some stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because we grow past some things, but at the end of the day, I'm pretty cozy and comfortable with what I release, else I wouldn't release it. And I'm open to listen to the perception of others, because I think it's a valuable information. We need good and not so good feedback so that we can tweak what we're presenting for the betterment of not only ourselves, but those who are witnesses of what we say and do and present. Okay, our audience. So at any rate, if you got a really cool selfie and you want to share it, I say share it. And don't just drop it, tell them why you dropped it, tell them why you did it, and empower someone. There have been polls that really suggest that selfies are good for self-esteem. Now, there are some people who really need the boost, while others don't need the boost. They're very clear that they are powerful or beautiful or wonderful or intelligent or whatever it is that they think of themselves, and they just want to share it or either smush it in your face. Just kidding. I'm bad, look at me. You don't get down like I get down. Whoop, look at my eyebrows. I woke up like this. It's all in fun and it's all love. Don't take it too deep. Don't let it mess up your day. Do your selfie and keep it moving. Take care. Oh, thanks for stopping by. As always, thanks for stopping by.